I'm in Vegas. My work brought me out here for a work trip and they put me in a luxury hotel. So I'll be showing you that soon. But I brought a hand-stitched notebook that I made for myself. How cool is that? I'm a journal maker now. But I will be drawing on the trip and I'll show you the shitty drawings that I do. Not everything needs to be perfect. Perfection is not the goal. And that's something that I'm trying to learn more and accept. The interesting and the mundane is what I'd like to capture on this trip. For instance, what is happening here? The hallway just splits into two. Like, who designed this? Why? What is there empty space in between in these middle sections? It confused me every time I entered a hallway like this. Where, what? How are the rooms designed? I don't get it. Anyways, let's go get some food. Disclaimer, I don't know this guy. It looks like he's the main character in this scene, but yeah, I don't know him. It's my first time vlogging. I'm just learning. Please bear with me. Yay, bus stop. It was a double-decker. I rushed up to the top. When I got up there, I saw that the windows were covered with a shade. The view wasn't that nice, but I guess it makes sense since we're driving through the desert. I really enjoy public transportation on trips. It gives you more of the local experience. It was $8 for a 24-hour ticket. We arrived at Viva Las Arepas. It was calling my name.
Wait.
But I had to wait. I got 2 veggie arepas, and how can I describe this beautiful symphony of flavors that came out? The beans were delicious and creamy. The texture was perfect, combined with the fresh tomato and creamy avocado, this delicious zesty sauce in perfect harmony. The corn, flour, breading, whatever sandwich did it, it was toasted to perfection, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. I'm not an arepa expert, but I hope I could do this arepa justice. It was so filling. It was exactly what I needed and what I was craving. I wanted to memorialize this moment and started sketching. I brought along just a random tin of colors, trying to use more colors on my trip, but I just paused, took a moment, and sketched. I know there are a lot of things I need to work on when it comes to my sketching, like just committing and working on my line confidence, but I tried to capture the moment as best as I could. So there's the reveal, the arepas. The wonderful, delicious arepas. I'm gonna go back and finish it up. Yum. That was way too good, but we're at the bus stop and I'm waiting for the bus. Next stop, the Venetian. Didn't actually make it to the Venetian because I was getting really tired on the bus and it was really crowded. So I decided just to head back and I'll probably take a nap. I made a drawing on the bus. It probably doesn't look good, but I'll show it to you. Who am I to judge? I'm just sketching my trip, so there you go. In the mall by the hotel, there were these little water tornadoes, I think you'd call them that. But they just looked pretty cool to walk around. They're little vortexes, and there were some on the ground too. Just a cool little fixture and display. I guess Las Vegas has a lot of them on the strip, and I found these like geode. I'm really bad at descriptions, but like rock slices that looked pretty nice. They were all illuminated from the back. It was one little staircase up. I liked finding these nice little visual pockets of appeal on the trip. Then I headed out again for the night. I wanted to make it to the Bellagio. Last time I came to Vegas, they had this really cool display there. So I wanted to see what they changed about the garden. The pathway up is pretty nice. It's like Greek themed, I guess. And I stopped by this little fountain that was really peaceful on the way in. The lobby had this colorful glass display as well. But nighttime in Vegas is very crowded. I made it to the little garden and it was really hard to navigate just because so many people were stopping to take pictures. But it was hard just to even move around in there and look at the displays and the installations. Also, last time there were just like giant caterpillars and birds made out of flowers that I think I liked the vibe of that better. It was more natural, and this was kind of like a, I don't know, overdone Alice in Wonderland type of deal. I didn't like it as much, but I headed out because I wanted to sketch and I couldn't find a spot there. I found this carousel and thought it'd be cool to draw the horse, but it turned out to be so bad. I wanted to make up for that bad horse drawing, so I went back to the fountain and I thought I could do better there. I liked how this sketch turned out, but you can hardly see it. So again, it's another poor sketch. I was pretty done for the night after that. It was getting very crowded and loud. Back at the hotel, I just started working on my new design for a journal cover. It's my dog Chevy in pajamas. And yes, it is based on a real picture. And that was the end of day one. Today was a long work day for me. I haven't ironed in years, so I was trying to be very delicate with this. I think I did a pretty good job, but I don't know if you could tell, I do not iron. Since we were working in a hotel conference room for most of the day, we got room service, and they had a lot of pasta dishes on offer, but I found that a little boring, so I ordered congee and a side of mushrooms. The congee was a bit plain. It had some nice toppings, but adding the mushroom to it really helped with the flavor. I think it was a pretty decent choice, and I got a lot of food, so I was pretty full. We also got some gelato for dessert. I had a break in my work day for dinner, so I headed out again. I tried to find cheap eats on Reddit, and they suggested this hot dog place called Dirty Dog. I don't like bacon, and all of the hot dogs were wrapped in bacon, so I ended up getting fries. They sucked. It was very overly salty, pretty dry. There was hardly even any chili on my chili fries. I'm pretty terrible at ordering things. I was bound to have one bad order on the trip, but yeah, I couldn't finish it. It was very disappointing. On the last day of my trip, I worked on some computer stuff for a little bit. The grind doesn't end just because I'm on a work trip. I tried to make it to this place for lunch. It was in the Miracle Mile shop, and I didn't know that part of it was like a fake Venetian. So I guess I did end up kind of seeing the Venetian on the trip. It was as if the Venetian was just filled with ads and not as curated as the other one. So that was pretty fun to see. I made it to the Tacotarian. I love eating vegetarian and vegan food on my trips. I feel like they make me feel better than meat-heavy ones. So I got the fish taco, which was pretty good. It had some fresh mango bites in it, then a regular veggie, which was mid. It tastes like vegetables in a taco. And a barria taco, is that how you say it? That one had a very fake cheese taste to it. It was my least favorite. But the fish taco was the standout. The rice and beans were also good, and yeah, that turned around my food orders after the Dirty Dog fries order. It was my redemption. So Tacotarian, I definitely recommend. I would go back, but I would just order the fish tacos next time. I got these little jam jars. I'm packing them up to go. I got them for my work event, and they're just so cute. They're so tiny. I love tiny things. I'm so excited that I got one of each flavor. I thought this one and this one was the same because they have the same red lid, but to my surprise, this one's orange and this one's strawberry. Now I have very mini jars that I'm taking home. As I was heading out of the hotel, I saw this sculpture. It was a bit frightening. The caption says, "Please refrain from offering money to this statue." Do you think it comes alive at night? Spooky. There were these cute seats that looked like birds. Also on the way out, I had to take a seat on them. They were super comfortable actually. And I drew my last image of the trip. It was little pigeons, pigeon chairs. Thanks for joining me on this interesting and mundane trip.